It's big dog season, and you can't stay still because you want it. Talk that talk, George. You still scraping your plate because you're hungry. Talk that talk.
An award-winning Atlanta music producer dies in a shooting. Police say his son was the shooter. Our Fox 5's Denise Dillon has more details on this story. And Denise, you found out more about the producer known as DBillz.
Yeah, I talked to a couple of people who knew him really well, and they say this is really a double tragedy. They lost their friend, and their friend's son, who they all knew, is now in jail charged with the shooting.
He was a two-time now platinum producer. Billy has worked with a lot of Atlanta artists, Lil Baby, Wife and Lucci, a lot of people. He's made his mark in the city.
Cal Austin worked alongside DBillz, whose real name is Clinton Dorsey, in the music industry. Austin says in addition to his contributions to the music scene, his friend also had a thriving dog breeding business.
Dorsey Kennels, so he bred French bulldogs, Frenchies. So that was something that was very lucrative for him. He had a big love and passion for it, just as much as the music.
Dorsey owned that business with his son, 23-year-old Ed Dorsey. Austin says the father and son had been visiting him at his apartment Thursday. Austin says he had stepped out for a moment, and that's when the Dorseys got into an argument. Brookhaven police say Ed Dorsey had a gun.
The argument turned to being physical, and the physical confrontation turned to Mr. Dorsey retrieving a firearm and shooting Clinton Dorsey.
Ed Dorsey is now in the DeKalb County Jail charged with voluntary manslaughter. Austin says this hurts in more ways than one because he's close to both the father and the son.
It was a situation that went too far, but again, that was something that was probably deeply rooted from their relationship as father and son. Honestly, rest in peace, my good brother. I love you.
Others in the music industry say DBillz will be remembered for his warmth, creativity, and dedication to his craft. Reporting live in Brookhaven, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
All right, Denise, thanks so much.
Well, switching gears, 20-year-old Kenneth Dawson is in jail after his father was killed in a shooting last night. Johnston County deputies announced his arrest today, and WRAL's Carly Haynes heard from one of the suspect's former classmates who said this is a shock.
This is the home that deputies responded to Friday evening, and across the road there's a sign that says, "Please drive slow, death in family." We want you to listen to this broadcastify radio traffic between a dispatcher and the Johnston County deputy.
Told him that her husband has been shot and they're doing CPR now. Looks like the son has shot the father 6 times, say that the son is outside at this time.
Deputies identified the suspect as Kenneth Jake Dawson. His dad, only 50 years old, who's been identified as Kenneth Wayne Dawson. The shooting happened around 6:45 Friday evening. It was still light out. When deputies arrived, they found the victim dead inside the home. Deputies later arrested his son. We spoke with someone who went to school with the suspect. They said he was often seen being nice to others. They never thought he'd be the aggressive type. And when they saw his mugshot, they thought it was fake. Kenneth Jake Dawson will be appearing in court on Monday. It's unclear what led up to the shooting, but there is an ongoing investigation. Carly Haynes, WRAL News, Benson.
Good morning. It is Saturday, May 4th. The year is 2024. It's rainy. I don't know if y'all can hear that rain. I haven't taken the dogs out. They're still in their cages, asleep over there. I'm having a cup of coffee. I was hoping this rain will let up because they don't like going outside in the rain. But they may have to go out there when I finish this video. You just saw 2 news reports of 2 incidents in which a son shot and killed his father. One incident happened here in Atlanta, and another incident happened in, I need to figure out where that was. In fact, let me see something. The incident in Atlanta was a well-known music producer whose son shot and killed him over a dispute they were having over a business they own. I'm not exactly sure what happened in the music producer.
An award-winning
case,
Atlanta music producer dies in a shooting. Police say his son was
why the son made the decision to go grab his gun and shoot his dad. And in another case, the white folks do it too. That's why I added that other video in there. I figured y'all would like to see the white folks kill their daddy too. Both incidents are sad, and I'm willing to bet that both those sons came from some backgrounds where these fathers gave them whatever they wanted, financially well off. And you can't just give these kids something and not have discipline at the same time. And I'm willing to bet that in both those cases, these sons resented issues with their fathers. And I've seen this 1,000 times. I've had friends that I've been in Atlanta for so long. I've had a lot of friends who've given their children everything. And these kids turn out to be the most spoiled rats on planet Earth. And when the parents finally approached them about trying to discipline them and trying to correct the issues, these niggas are grown. White folks grown too. They're adults. And they resent their father coming to them, or an adult, or any adult coming to them, telling them, you're going to do this and you're going to do that. Or they get into it. Now, we all know this should never happen. I also think in both these instances, there probably was some drug use here. Drugs are so readily available, y'all. Y'all, I'm in fitness. I have clients that come to see me, and these guys admit to me, all these guys admit to me they're doing cocaine, they're doing meth, they're doing ketamine, Molly, ecstasy. It's just like me just sitting here having a cup of coffee. You never tried this, Walter? You never tried that? You never did this? You never did coke? I'm like, I've never did no coke. I've never did no methamphetamine. I don't want to try no K. Some guy gave me some K pills. Walter, when you get home, try these pills. I threw that shit in the trash can. I'm willing to bet $1 million in both these incidents these sons were on drugs. And we seem to be ignoring this drug problem. Well, I don't know if it's being ignored or not, because there's a massive drug. All my nephews use drugs. All of them. Coke, meth, well, my sister too, so they all do that type of crazy shit. I don't use it. But all my clients, they sit here and say, well, it's just cocaine. It's just meth. It's just cocaine. It's just meth. I'm like, okay. It's just Molly. It's just ecstasy. I like to do some ecstasy. And some of these guys actually do these drugs before they go to the gym. Like I have a friend a client, these are not friends, these are just clients. And he's always smoking weed. Weed. That damn weed, it is, whew. First off, I can't stand the smell of weed. And everywhere you go in Atlanta, you smell it. It's like, okay, I went to Atlantic Station. I get outside car, you smell weed. It's like, damn. Now you go into the gym, everybody stinks of marijuana. It's like, okay, they're in there. I don't know how smoking marijuana is supposed to help your workout. That's a new one to me. But I'm willing to bet you all $1 million these two incidents, and there are thousands of incidents of these children killing their parents. These guys are on drugs. And they got angry and not in the right frame of mind and went and got a gun. And these fathers were trying to discipline their grown-ass children. Crazy part, they were both about the same age. The music producer in Atlanta, Clinton Dorsey, was about 48. And this other guy, who was the white father, he was 50. Y'all get on some, well, you should have some children. I don't want them monsters. They choke one of them motherfuckers. They have to shoot my own son before you shoot me. See, I ain't got to worry about all that. Whew. It is humid today's gonna be hot because I had to open up this door because it's humid in here. And I don't feel like turning on the air conditioner just yet, but they say it's gonna be 80 degrees today. And I can imagine once the rain was supposed to rain all day. But once that rain subsides, it's going to be a scorcher here with this humidity. Because it's kind of warm right now. Well, it says it's going to get up to a high of 77 today. We'll see. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning, and right now it says it's 66, but it's humid, very well humid in this house. And I open up that door, let some air in here. Son shooting, it's something that's very bizarre with parenting today. A lot of these parents are just not there. They're just not there. They're so busy working, trying to maintain this lifestyle, these houses. My father he worked. My mother was there. My father was there. He worked the night shift. And he would come in, and I remember him coming in from work and cooking breakfast for us. He'd be coming in from work and he'd be cooking breakfast and stuff, getting us ready for school. Mama getting us ready, getting us dressed, getting to school. It was just, but my father was involved in discipline with us. I mean, we knew he was there. Saturdays when he was off work, to get our asses up out of that damn bed. But I just think a lot of these fathers are not actively involved in the raising of these kids, even if they're in the same household. And when they do try to correct these issues, these guys ain't going for it. Because they've never had this issue before. And then they realize the father realizes, I'm raising a fucking fool. You got to change your fucked up ass ways. But by that time, it's too late. That should have been done at 5 years of age, not 20-something years of age. And I think this boy, I think his son was only 22. These are young guys. And they didn't grab with these guns. And shot, when does common sense kick in? It's kind of hard to do that when you're high on drugs or something. But like I said, that's my thoughts and opinions on this. These kids, these drugs are so readily available. Everywhere you go, everybody got them. Everybody uses them. Everybody uses them. I've been to parties and events and everybody's getting high and they getting all kinds of shit going on, and that just wasn't for me. Y'all can do the fuck y'all want to. I don't give a damn. But that was not for me. But I do think that this music producer here in Atlanta, him and his son, they may have had a rocky experience. I wonder, was he actively involved? A lot of black guys, they absentee dads, period. They're not even in the household. But I don't know the scenario with this case. This man could have been there every day. He could have raised that boy that boy could have been acting involved in his life the whole damn time, but just resented his dad and maybe not like me. I just think this was an incident that just got out of hand. But what enters into a mind for a person? I'm going to get a gun and shoot you. That's why I stay away from deadly niggas and y'all stay away from people, period. Y'all be thinking I just don't like black people, which I don't have nothing wrong with black people. I just keep my distance. That's just it. I get down and argue with you ignorant niggas. My nieces and nephews, would only have one niece. They come around. I can tolerate just a little bit of their craziness. And then I have to say, okay, y'all, I have stuff I need to do. I can't have them around here all the time. Well, what's the point? I don't do drugs. I don't like the smell of marijuana. They don't want to listen to anything I have to say. They made up their mind about a lot of stuff. So what do you want me to do? I'm not going to argue with you. You're not my child. And if you were my child and I saw that you had a hard-ass head like that, I'm not going to be sitting there arguing with you either. You can't make a grown man do something he don't want to do by the time these kids are grown. So the music producer, Mr. Clinton Dorsey, DBillz, was arguing with his son over a business they had together. But he's not, okay, why are you arguing with this fool? This is your son. You see he ain't about shit. Something's going on where you can't tell him what to do. And something has happened with this business. Maybe something that happened with his dog. Something that took place. And you're trying to help your son. Maybe it's just not a good idea to try to help him. Get somebody else who be more responsible. There's a young man that comes around here to my house and does work. He's 19 years of age. He'll be 20. That young man has come in here and did so much stuff in this house. He's so responsible for his age. So mature. He's done stuff that other people said they couldn't do. He came in here and did it. for good prices too. And I don't even mind giving him extra money because he comes here and does a bunch of stuff over here at this house. Constantly calling Mr. Hampton, you need anything done over there. Very responsible, very mature person, not on drugs. He never walked through the store smelling like marijuana or smelling like weed. Some people are just mature and responsible, like I was at 19 years of age. Don't know what was going on with these two boys. They tried to kill their daddies, though. But I can kind of figure there was some chaos going on with them niggas, and they weren't doing shit. Or not willing to listen. It's unfortunate this happened. I want to see more. I would like to hear more about what happened with Clinton Dorsey's, and what was the relationship. What happened? You know, because I'd like to know what type of person was the kid who shot and killed his dad over a dispute over something. I mean, they said they had a physical fight. They say the dad went over and punched his ass. Okay, well, fine. Is it worth going to shoot and kill your damn daddy over this shit? Is it? Why not just leave? I would have walked on up the street. That's what I would have did. I would have been up there to shoot my damn daddy. I mean, I've never had a physical confrontation with my father before, or mother for that matter. We've had some pretty intense arguments, more my mother than my father. It just, I only think, y'all, it's got to be drugs. It's got to be. And because I deal with so many of these guys that come through here, so many of them, so young. And y'all have to understand something. I'm dealing with bodybuilders, fitness trainers, people who look amazing, and they still have drug addiction. They don't look like the typical drug addict. So we have it in our mind that a crackhead or a meth user got messed up teeth and they look a certain way. These guys that walk this door look amazing. In shape. In the gym, working out. All over Instagram. But they got drug problems. Bad problems. They don't see it as bad. They just see it as recreational use in their head. But when you're constantly storing coke, constantly doing meth, constantly popping pills just to get through the day, constantly smoking weed, recreational drug use means I'm using coke every other week. Every once a month I might snort some coke. Right, that's what I would view as recreational use of drugs. If you're doing coke or meth or whatever, maybe once a month, maybe once or twice a month. But when you every day, once a day, a couple of times a week, so just to get through the day, you got to pop a pill, you got to do some drugs. Something's not right here. And then we have the music industry and the entertainment industry pushing it's okay to use, to smoke, to do Molly, to drink that, what's that mess that they mix, this, that codeine laced syrup. Yeah, I've seen it all. And I just sit back and say, okay. But that, you would think that somebody who's young and in the gym working out, and they call themselves a fitness trainer, a bodybuilder, or you would think they would know better than to be using that stuff. But they are all using it, all of them. I've talked to these guys, and they will tell you. I think sometimes, some of us live in a fantasy world, so you got to get out in these streets and talk to people. Really get to know people. You can't live out in this fantasy world. I used to live in the fantasy world. I'm wide awake now, living in the real world. I know what's happening in these streets. That's why I'm very cautious about the people I deal with, the people I meet, because they may look normal until you start dealing with their ass, then you're like, okay, this is a fucking crackhead, fucking alcoholic. And you can't look at somebody and say, I can tell you using cocaine or meth. See, meth is out of control here in Atlanta. Ooh, it's bad here. I can imagine it's bad all over the United States, not just Atlanta. I had never in my life thought I would meet so many people who proudly proclaim, I do drugs, I do meth and coke. Like, okay. Well, thank you for letting me know that. Now get the fuck out of my house. You know, some people try to hide it, but some of them don't. The vast majority ain't hiding. They'll tell you what they're doing. And it's just, I'm talking about gay, straight, black, white, everybody doing it. That's why these drugs are so prevalent in society today. Now, let's go back to what I was saying about these two incidents. I'm willing to bet $1 million in both these two incidents here that I'm discussing now, they were on drugs. That led into these arguments, and then they shot their dad. One day, this was a couple years ago, I met a guy at the gym. He came by my house. He wanted to hang out. Back then, I was like, oh yeah, well, come on over. He gets over to my house, and we were sitting there talking. He pulled out this little packet. And I kind of looked at him. We were in my dining room, the kitchen at the other house, but one other behind that church. And we were sitting there. He put out this little packet of some little white dust, and he just started, sniffing it and stuff. And I'm thinking, okay. And I said, what is that? He said, oh, it's Tina. Now, I was very stupid because I didn't have no idea what Tina was. Now I know it's methamphetamine. This was some time ago. And the fact that he just snatched that out and did that right in front of me just like he was smoking a cigarette. It's, just like he's smoking a cigarette or something. I see that boy all the time in the gym. I see him. We don't hang out like that after that experience. I say hello and I see him. And boy, oh boy, he has went down the rabbit hole. I look at him, his physical appearance has changed. His mental health is not right. He was doing bodybuilding shows. I think he stopped that. At least I sometimes look at his Instagram. He sends me messages all the time. I always just say, hey, and just keep it moving. Too many problems there. And people seem to think you can do meth and coke and marijuana and pop these pills and everything's going to be fine. I have a friend who does everything, an associate. He used to come around here before I stopped that shit. He's been here to this house on numerous occasions. And I got sick of his drug using ass. He had to get the fuck up out of here. If you saw him in person, if you saw his Instagram, if you saw what he looked like, you said, okay, that boy can be possibly using drugs like that. Mm-hmm. Boy, he looks amazing. He did bodybuilding shows. He's did advertisements. He's been in magazines. He's done all this stuff. But those drugs he's using got that nigga's mind fucked up. I had to put him out this house on several occasions before he can't come back here no more. Period. I'm not being bothered. You try to be friends and associates with these guys, and then you realize, okay, these drugs done fuck your ass up. I can't be bothered. I don't do drugs. So you want to do drugs, go do it on your own. I blocked him on social media, and I said, he got another social media. He hit me up on that. I thought you said I was lame and all this stupid shit you called the last time I chased your ass up out of here. Well, why you want to still hang around somebody who's lame and all this crazy shit? And the reason why I brought that young man up, because, y'all, it's not going to end well for him. It's not. It's not going to end well for him. He's another person who's a hothead, and you can't say nothing to him. He's had physical confrontations with people in public that he didn't even know. He's another person to go grab a gun. It's just a matter of time. That boy going to be high. He's going to snatch up a gun. He's going to shoot somebody. He's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. It's unfortunate these incidents happen. Everybody got a gun or access to a gun. I really wish in both these instances those fathers had taken the time to just kind of chill, maybe walk away, but they couldn't. They're doing what a father's supposed to do. And these young men couldn't take it. They just got angry. And y'all want to know why the fuck I ain't got no children running around here. No, thank you. I'll pass on that assignment. Anyway, it's still around. I'm going to give me some more coffee. I saw this story that broke my heart about this guy here in Atlanta. I'm gonna get more information on him on Clinton Dorsey, DBillz. Very interesting. Anyway, today is Saturday, it's May 4th, the year is 2024. This year is flying by. These years be flying by, don't they? You know, and here's the crazy part. I did my first YouTube video in May of 2012. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I want to say I started it in 2012. I'm pretty sure it was May of 2012 when I started doing the YouTube videos. Yep, it had to have been. I'm pretty sure it was in May. Anyway, so that was what, 14 years ago, 2012 years ago? 2012. We're in 2004. Yeah, about 12, yeah. But anyway, I just thought that was really interesting. Month of May, rainy day in May. Hope y'all have a great Saturday. Look forward to reading y'all's comments. And what do you all think took place here with these incidents? Why would the son get so mad he killed his own dad? And we all know this has happened. I could probably find story after story after story after story where these incidents happen, either where a son had shot and killed his father, or vice versa. A father shot and killed his son. You know, that's how Marvin Gaye died. So, anyway, let me get my day started. I gotta do some things today. It's supposed to be a slow day today. It was raining out there. It's May 4th, Saturday, May 4th, the year 2024. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful Saturday.